What's up, guys? So, I made a video already about how to do a gold epic in under an hour, and I actually ran out of storage on my phone, so I'm going to redo it, and I won't actually be able to get to the menu that I would like to get to show you guys because, like I said, it was in my previous video, but I'll be able to do it without it. So, when you first go to start an epic, there will be a construction hat on one of your buildings. And if you're wondering why you're not seeing that construction hat, it's for one of two reasons. You either have no fully upgraded regular residential homes, because it will not pop up on a Paris, Tokyo, Omega, okay? Or any regionals, just regular residential homes. Go down to your Epic Project Tower here, and there will actually be a timer at the top of this white box that tells you how long until your next Epic project. Once you see the construction hat, which I cannot show you, but it'll be similar to, what this looks like. You'll see a menu similar to this one, and it will tell you, it'll have a blue change button in the top right corner. And that is to change the category of your epic, which is super important. So when I first started, I always picked landmark because I had the most 3-pointers. And by 3-pointers, I mean these buildings along the back here that say 3. That is because those are worth 3 epic points. So when I say 3-pointers, that's what I'm referring to. Now, I had the most 3-pointers in my landmark category. So I chose to do landmarks because I'm like, okay, well, the 3-pointers, that's more beneficial than a 1-pointer or a 2-pointer. So as many 3-pointers as I can have, the better, which is totally true. However, I didn't take into account the appearance of the landmark epics, okay? And some of you don't care about appearance, others do. I wish I could go back in time and not pick that category. If you go onto Google and you type SimCity Build It Epic Project Poster and you hit Google Images, it will actually show you, and it's kind of hard to see, you got to zoom in, but it'll show you the 10 variations of each category that you can have. And the only one that is short is the mountain epics. And that is why I've chose to do mountain ever since, because I'm able to see all my other buildings without having them blocked by these super tall ones. So I was able to put the tall ones in the back, which is fine, but I can't see my mountain stuff very well. So, and I can't bulldoze. Look at all those gold and silver epics. I can't bulldoze all those. So you're going to be stuck with them unless you want to bulldoze them, but I don't recommend that. So pick a category that you like the look of, and once you've picked that category, you're going to go to this area here, and let's say you're like me and you chose mountain. Okay? Every time that you buy a building, there's a menu here, and it says boost. That's how much it boosts your population. And below that says epic points. That one's worth 1 point. Okay? That one's worth 3 points. They can go as high as 4 points unless it's a regional hotspot. Now, the regional hotspots can be upgraded, and you'll notice there's these little, let's see here. Oh, where is it? Okay, there's little green arrows above them when they can be upgraded. And this one's 11,000. And if you click here, it'll tell me how many epic points it's worth. So on my next upgrade, this one will be worth 3 points. However, the more items that you have unlocked, the more items it's going to request. So the more regional maps you have unlocked, the more regional items that your epic is going to request. The higher the level that you are, the more items your epic is going to request. So you want to get these epics done before you unlock a ton of regional maps and before you unlock a bunch of items. So the sooner, the better. Okay. If you're like me, you're high level, you've unlocked everything, you're going to have a little bit more of a difficult time, but it's still totally doable. It's just going to cost more and be more of a headache. Now, storage is super important in this game. I cannot stress that enough. You're going to want to get your storage upped as fast as you can and camp at the lowest level that you can for as long as you can to get that done. Now, right now I have 680 storage. So the best thing that you can do prior to starting your epic is get these buildings, and you're going to want around 10 3-pointers to comfortably hit gold. Okay, so 10 of these buildings worth 3 points each. Now, if you want to hit gold super quick, like under an hour, you're going to want around 20. And the reason is because a lot of times the game will ask for items that you do not have, that are difficult to find, and they will repeatedly ask. So like maybe 5 out of 10 of these bubbles is all asking for the same item. Okay. I actually had one where it asked for 65 yoga mats over the course of the entire epic. And those are 10,000 a stack. So it can get very expensive. Now, once you've decided, okay, this is the category I want, I have enough epic pointers, and you want to go ahead and start your epic. Let's say you're on transportation category. You're going to go ahead and hit change until you get to the category that you want. Now, let's say it's not popping up. You're just like paying and it's not working for you. That means that you are not close enough to a building of that category. So if I wanted to do a beach epic, I need to actually pick the house up, move it closer, and then hit change. And it will actually pop up beach. Then you can pick it up and move it after the fact. Okay, so now you've started your epic, you've paid the amount, and it will increase every time you do an epic of the same category. You will have to pay more and more. Now, so you've paid and you've got your stuff done and you're all, stocked up. You're going to start donating to these, okay? And as you donate, new items will, pop up. And you're just going to want to maybe even write a list and then go do all your global shopping because, as I should have told you a little earlier in the video, you're going to want to go ahead and toss anything that's super easy to obtain, like burgers, ice cream, things like that. You're going to want to put those in your depot and then hold on to the more difficult items to find. So backpacks, those take like 2.5 hours to make, and you never see them because they're not worth much. So you're going to want to make those prior to your epic. And I would say I'd like to have around 20 backpacks and probably 20 microwaves. And usually you would have your store queues pretty full. Do not do that prior to your epic. Only have maybe 1 or 2 things going in your store. That way, if you do need to make something, you can go ahead and toss it in your queue and throw a token on it super quick and get it done. Now, once you have completed your epic, if you hit bronze or silver, you have to wait until the 24-hour timer is up before the building will transform into an epic building. If you hit gold, it will transform immediately. Now, you'll be able to collect that token every 24 hours. However, as you can see, I have a ton of tokens out that are not collected. And it says I cannot collect them. Reason being is because when you go to your Department of Epic Projects, I have 42 gold tokens. But you can only collect 35 tokens. And by collect, I mean collect on the top of these buildings. The game will allow you to have as many tokens as you want, but you can only collect 35. So maybe you've won some in the Contest of Mayors, or the game has gifted some to you. But for whatever reason, you cannot collect more than 35, and it actually used to be only 5. With the recent update, they changed that, which was better, but I think it should be unlimited. Anyway, so you're going to want to collect those and use them. That way they're not just sitting there like mine are, because that's just a waste. And I suggest that you collect them all at the same time so that you can collect them at the same time. So, maybe you can only collect half of them. You don't want to use another token, so the other half sit there. I try to collect mine all at the same time every day, maybe 8 in the morning. I collect them all, and then 8 o'clock the next morning, because it doesn't show you a timer on your building when the next one is due, which is kind of ridiculous, but Anyways, these are not full tokens. These are pieces of tokens. And the pieces, the amount of pieces it takes to complete one token is different for everybody to some extent. Okay, so for me, it's 20 pieces. It's always been 20 pieces to hit gold. I've had people in my group tell me it only takes 8 for them. I don't know why, but after doing some research, EA basically claims that it goes off how many epic projects that you have. So if you have, and they don't give you an amount, but let's say you have 20 or more epic projects, it's gonna cost 20 pieces to complete it. Well, mine have always been 20, even when I only had 2. So I don't know if this is a new thing or what, how many it's gonna take you, but I believe mine is 5 for bronze, 10 for silver, and 20 for gold. So count them and see exactly how many you need to complete them, and that way you know. And don't be surprised if it goes up to 20. I've never had it go beyond 20. If you want to know exactly how many epic projects that you have completed, hold down on your residential house, like that, and it pops up a menu that says total amount of houses is 142, and 136 of those houses are epics. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. I am actually going to be putting out a lot of videos discussing all kinds of topics when it comes to this game. If you have any ideas that you want me to do, go ahead and, like I said, put them in the comments below. I will do my best to get back to you and get these videos out. I've been playing about 4 years, and a lot of you have the same questions, so I thought it would be good to do like some tips and tricks videos for you guys. A lot of the tips and tricks videos that are out there are not accurate at all. I was actually quite surprised. So go ahead and like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Thanks.